I've still got like a bunch of more clips to get through, and they're all fantastic. Okay, here we go. And this is, let's get to the absolute ass of this. And by that, I mean the bottom. Let's go to the man who's been avoiding talking about this for as long as he absolutely can. And he's on the road. So Stu has been, I guess, shoveling manure for him. Are the rumors true? And it's got the thing, and then, and hey, and there's a smile on him, but he looks like, and there's a bit of there's obviously a nunt in the image. I apologize. There's like two of them, I think. But we have to deal with it. But here we go.
In chronological order.
Okay. First, Glenn was an asshole, and then Stu became an asshole, and then the Blaze became the place where they gathered as assholes.
This is what happened because Elon had been calling to kill the big, beautiful bill.
No, he didn't say that till midway through, right?
So first thing yesterday, Trump is responding to Elon's criticism. Here it is. Listen.
Thank you, Mr. President. The criticism that I've seen, and I'm sure you've seen, regarding Elon Musk and your big, beautiful bill, what's your
I'm very disappointed, but we've seen this, right?
cut in history?
So Russ Vogt, by the way, is going to be on with us here in about 30
Thank God. Maybe he'll clean it up.
minutes. So that was the first thing, and I think that's really mild.
By the way, are you you doing radio from a prison or a mental institution, or both?
I mean,
or are you doing this live from the Bengals dressing room, the locker room?
He's just responding to Elon's criticisms. Look, I'd rather have him criticize me than the bill because we disagree on it. Blah, blah.
Careful what you wish for, I guess.
Blah, blah. And then Elon responds,
he did.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Keep the EV solar incentive.
That's why I say it stayed mature. Whatever. My God. Whatever.
Cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair. But ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. In the entire history of civilization, there has never been legislation that was both big and beautiful, and everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or a slim and beautiful bill. Slim and beautiful is the way.
By the way, this is how fiscal conservatives on the right ran specifically. They ran on these big bills, nobody gets to read them. We got to do them smaller, and you should be able to write it on both sides of a piece of paper, which is just fucking dumb. Obviously, there are a lot of complexities in our system, and you have to address them. Otherwise, it'll be unconstitutional, and there'll be too many loopholes. And I mean, I guess if you're looking for loopholes, you want simple, and that's why you could argue, and I would, that Elon Musk wants small, slim bills because he knows that there will be more holes. Slim bills are more porous because you can't plug all the loopholes in them the way you do when you have to spell it all out.
That
would make a good teenage girl. Thanks. Okay. Whatever. God. Go ahead, Glenn. Say what you're going to say. Nobody wants to hear it.
And Elon re-upped a bunch of old Trump tweets where he denounced raising the debt limit, and then he made a poll. Is it time to create a new political party in America that actually represents 80% in the middle?
Ouch.
Yes or no?
No. Yes, sure. Go for it.
By this point, now Trump, who was showing tremendous restraint.
He was, because he's aware that Elon Musk has a lot of information about him, and he's given this guy access to all the computers in the government, and he's got operatives in every department around him. Trump has front-loaded Doge members in every cabinet position, in every department that the cabinets run. And so he really doesn't have much of a choice, I think.
Has to respond. He writes, Elon was wearing thin. I asked
in quotes
him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everybody to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. He knew that for months that I was going to do this, and he just went crazy. Then, he writes, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it.
Now, I would say that's pretty big. As threats go, that's pretty big. Terminating all of Elon's government subsidies and contracts.
Me too. Well, Elon responded by threatening to decommission his SpaceX Dragon spacecraft. He says, in light of President's statement about cancellation of my government contract, SpaceX will be decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Now, this is crazy.
It's crazy. I know. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, this is crazy. Okay. And I was like, what, are you crazy? And he's like, yes, I think I am. Crazy.
This is crazy.
Crazy on you.
Then Elon, after he lost a lot of people on this,
a lot of people got mad about that whole, I'm going to take my rocket and go home.
writes, time to drop the really big bomb.
A moment for Glenn and Stu and all the other assholes at the Blaze.
Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public.
Stop.
Have a nice day, DJT.
Stop. The saddest telegram ever sent across the wire from the Old West to New York City and down to Florida and back up again to Washington, D.C. Travesty in and of itself. A horrible day in the history of America. And yet words that can never be taken back. Which kind of makes them hilarious.
Why would he do this?
I'm going to go with because he is. That'd be the one. Because Trump was going to cost him billions of dollars, and he was like, yeah, you're in the fucking Epstein files, dummy. I'd go, because he's in the files. He's in the files. And there's actually worse shit than that's been released. And he knows where it is. Because they went through it. They used Grok and other stuff to like skim through it. So in case he ever needed leverage for a time like this, he would have it. I mean, I'm just spitballing.
Why would he do this?
Because Trump's in the Epstein files. It's because it's true.
We need to.
Oh, dear. American Giant. Get your wiener on. Oh, sorry. This is... All right, here we go.
Off your first purchase. That's american-giant.com/Glenn.
Elon says, mark this post for the future because the truth will come out.
So he's tredupling down. Now sounds like Sir Alec Guinness. Oh, thank you. It's no use, Luke. If you'd have been here, you'd have been killed too. The droids would now be in the hands of the Empire. Oh, no. He's not dead. Not yet. He's me.
Now, Trump, again, who I think was pretty restrained all day compared to Elon Musk.
Well, because obviously Musk had leverage on him.
I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago.
That I kind of agree with. I'm sure he regrets not doing it. I think you're good point. I think Elon Musk would have gone, touche. I should have turned on you somewhere around December.
This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress.
Okay, that's just ridiculous.
It's a record cut in expenses,
Not true.
$1.6 trillion.
Phony.
And the biggest tax cut ever given.
Lie. It extends the tax cuts, but it doesn't make new ones, except to business, like, multi-billionaires, I guess.
If this bill doesn't pass, there will be
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, there's a name I've not heard in a long time. My uncle says he's dead. Oh, no, he's not dead. Not yet, anyway. He's me.
a 68% tax increase. Things get far worse than that. I didn't create this mess.
You kind of did. You added a third of our debt during your presidency. 4 fucking years.
I am just trying to fix it.
Damn it!
This puts our country on a path of greatness. Make America great again. After that, everybody starts to calm down.
Yes, they totally calmed down. I think nothing says calm like... And by the way, I wouldn't say calm down. I would say that after a nuclear bomb goes off, there's a moment of calm, I suppose. There's a moment of quiet when your ears are ringing and no one can move and your skin's been blown off your body.
A little bit. Do you happen to have the Linda Yaccarino and David...
The real Mr. Joshua, hey.
Sachs tweet? Because they both kind of stand up for the big, beautiful bill and saying it needs to pass. Now, Yaccarino is...
Yeah, again, this goes to the whole thing. Like, these guys try to jump right back to the bill. Like, hey, motherfucker, this is not about the bill anymore. Once he brings up the Epstein files, all bets are off. As a matter of fact, I think This is, I think we've got audio of the, there it is, of the tweet. Oh no, stop it. Don't play music, stop it. Oh, no, that's like, why was Aaron Neville playing? Oh, because it's alphabetical order and my music started playing because it downloaded that audio into that. That's funny. I've always believed that Aaron Neville recorded everything he did on a hayride. I've been wondering why you know how much I love you. Little bumpy, if you don't mind my saying so. Maybe slow down. All right. It's a theory I have, that all Aaron Neville records were recorded on a hayride. Thank you. Stop it. Wait, stop. Don't play no, stop. Hold on. It just keeps playing this. Quit it. Do not automatically play that. Go back to here.
What? She's a CEO, isn't she? Or is she the president of
I think CEO.
Of X.
Mm-hmm.
CEO.
Yeah. She's for the bill. She wants to calm him down or whatever. Like, well, she's I don't know. She's the Kremlin chairman for traffic, right?
CEO of X. And David Sachs is a good friend of Elon Musk. And they're both saying, no, we've got to pass the big, beautiful bill.
So one's an employee and one's somebody that he's apparently ignoring.
So
have they read it? I'm guessing they haven't.
Oh.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh, Glenn, how can you polish this turd? Every day it gets harder in every way to find the words to polish turds. Glenn Beck, turd polisher, to the king. Ding-a-ling. Sorry. Okay. Look at his forehead. It's so funny.
Then you have Bill Ackman stepping up. Now, the White House said...
It said, did you talk to them too? Did they call you like they did Carl Higbee Sellers? Brendan!
That they were trying to schedule a call with Elon sometime today to
Didn't happen.
work this out.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Which, if you look at the actual facts, Donald Trump was more restrained than I think I've ever seen him.
Yeah, that's because he was competing with a guy who knows he's in the Epstein files and probably has downloaded all of them to a thumb drive. So yeah, there's a reason why he's tiptoeing around this. Sure.
Would you agree with that, Stu?
Yeah, he did not. I certainly didn't go nuclear like Elon Musk did.
No.
No.
I mean,
he did.
I would argue that he doesn't have equal ammunition. Maybe that's why. So the thing about going nuclear is it's mutual assured destruction. The only reason two sides don't go nuclear is because both sides know that the other side can obliterate them. Apparently, Elon Musk is under the impression that Trump can't obliterate him, that he knows he can make it through, which speaks to that whole J.D. Vance angle.
Address it. He did, he's
Sorry. Take it away, Stu.
started getting a little more critical about Elon, but it was...
Right.
It seemed to be ramping up slowly, and all of a sudden, someone dropped 9 nuclear bombs onto the battlefield.
Right. Bill Ackman writes, I support real Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and they should make peace for the benefit of our great country. We are much stronger together than apart.
Sell it, dum-dums.
Elon.
Sorry, just a fucking tap dance they're going through.
Writes, last night at 9:27, you're not wrong. So hopefully
I feel a lot better this morning. Now, it obviously didn't help, but
is over. But look at the damage that this has done.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am. And I'm worried that I will suffer from gloat depletion.
This has given the left all kinds of ammunition.
I'm just a plain old Democrat, and it's all my cannons are fucking loaded, buddy.
Nothing but talking points. Elon Musk is never going to be re-embraced by the left. I don't think he really cares about that, but he should.
Why? If he did, why would he want to suck up to Trump ever again?
Care about,
Hal, don't work blue. Don't. Oh, believe me.
we need the guy to survive. He's one of the greatest minds of our day, of our.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. No, he's not. No, he is not. He's a VC capitalist bullshitter that you guys bought in on. No, he's not. He didn't invent or engineer any of the things that you're seeing. He bought companies that were on the verge of doing it, and when they fail, he's like, I don't know, we're trying really crazy shit.
Our lifetime. He's probably the greatest scientific mind.
He's not even close to a great scientific mind anyways. You don't give a shit. They just named a fucking, like one of the women who invented, oh shit, what was this? Hold on. They named a supercomputer after the woman who invented CRISPR. That's a great scientific mind. Hold on, let's see, supercomputer, CRISPR scientist, Nobel Prize. All right. Yeah, Doudna. Jennifer Doudna. That's her name. There she is. Hold on, let me show her this lady. CRISPR, the revolution, gene scissors. See the lady on the right. Yeah, Emmanuel Carpenter and Jennifer Doudna. So, see, let me show you. Let me show you what a great scientific mind looks like, you fucking moron. This is Doudna. This is Jennifer Doudna on the side, and that's Emmanuel Charpentier. And they won the Chemistry Nobel Prize award for the development of CRISPR, a way we can modify DNA. It's an amazing. It is, if human beings extend their lifespan healthfully, it will be largely because of the work of these two ladies, period. Okay? Yes. She's a woman too. That's great. Yes. And nobody, and again, for all my feminist friends, very few people know about Doudna. All right. And Charpentier. But they named a fucking supercomputer after her. Let's see. Where, so let me find the thing. The Doudna supercomputer. There it is. Yeah. So, yes, go away. This is a supercomputer, like all the guys at Dell and NVIDIA, using this Vera Rubin platform. They're going to bring together AI and simulation to help 11,000 scientists tackle fusion, astronomy, and the future of life itself. And they named it after her. At Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory in Berkeley, California. The system represents a major national investment in advancing U.S. high-performance computing, leadership, ensuring U.S. research, blah, blah. Also known as NERSC 10, which is why Doudna is a lot easier. That was named after Jennifer Doudna. The next generation system announced today is designed not just for speed, but for impact. And they announced it, and there she is. And congratulations to her, Jennifer Doudna, the patron saint of Fried AI. And this asshole has no idea she exists. You know why? Because she's a real scientist and she's a woman. So reason number 7,545 to say, fuck you, Glenn Beck.
As far as putting things into practical use, since Tesla, the first Tesla.
Get out of here. Shut up. He didn't invent the laptop or the cell phone, stupid.
No,
I don't. I don't want a driverless car. The whole point of a car is to drive the fucking thing. Just make trains, dummy.
Real Tesla. And
this asshole doesn't even know what Tesla's main advances were.
Have to have that guy. But we also have to have Donald Trump.
Nope, we don't need either one of them, dummy.
And we
literally don't. If both of these guys just evaporated tomorrow like a two-person rapture, it wouldn't make a fucking difference in the true advancement of the human race. Not at all. There are dozens, hundreds of people that would step in immediately.
To have a country. Now, I want them to cut more out of this budget, but let's not blow this damn thing up.
Well, I think we're beyond that, aren't we?
Let's not blow everything up out of the water. This is...
Blow everything up out of the water.
Okay. Not good.
It's not good, okay? I don't know. You guys think it's good, but it's not.
Who does this chaos serve? Certainly not the country, not the republic, and not anybody who is trying to navigate these crazy waters.
These crazy
Glenn, can we talk
waters.
for a second about the specific allegation of him being in the Epstein files?
Yes.
Because
Stu!
Hey, we've already known that, by the way.
yeah.
Stu!
Number one,
Stu, shut the fuck up, Stu. Stu. DEFCON 7.
it's of course technically accurate that he's
Yes. Because he was friends with him for fucking decades.
in there. They were friends.
Yes, it is.
If you're looking at everything that like every flight on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, Donald Trump flew on the plane. Now, I don't think there's any evidence that he went to the island. Certainly no evidence that he did anything illegal with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, again, if the women that Epstein sent to Trump for him to have sex with were basically paid for or trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein, then he absolutely did. Just because they were of age when he sent them, because they had their 18th birthday, which is, again, more Trump's style. He liked his women voluptuous and whatnot, well developed. So, because he's a mama's boy, that's where he leaned. So the idea that he was after, he was for like prepubescent girls or something like that, the way Epstein leaned is one thing. But both of them had high ick factors and liked the untouched, as it were. And that's why.
They were friends before these accusations came out. So,
yes, decades. And do you think Jeffrey Epstein started being a pedophile in 1999?
technically speaking, Elon Musk is saying something that has been well covered in the media already.
No, I don't think it's been well covered. Now, I gotta say, I've heard a lot of shit from a bunch of these folks about, about Trump stuff, but I gotta say, this was relatively new when Wolf said that there was pictures of that he has witnessed a dozen pictures, specifically, and two of them with Trump with topless girls of an uncertain age sitting on his lap, and then Trump standing there with a stain on the front of his pants, and 3 or 4 girls kind of bent over in laughter, and they're topless too, pointing at Trump's pants, his wet, stained pants. I don't think that's been that's just like old news now, Stu. As a matter of fact, Stu, have you ever covered it on there? Have you ever brought that up? You ever brought up the party that was filmed with, it was just him and Jeff and like a couple, like 2 more dudes, or the underage girls that were sent out on the fucking in New York onto that ferry with like these old gross men, including possibly Rudy Giuliani. This ain't all old news, dummy.
And might protect him from legal consequences because of that tweet. I mean, if they really had a falling out, I mean, Trump sued CBS over their editing of the Kamala Harris interview.
So we've heard this talking point a bunch, and I want to explain this. That this talking point is that if it's technically true, so Trump's not going to sue him. Because it's a technicality, like he's in there, but he didn't participate in all this. He just flew with the guy. He never flew with him. Then he flew with him once, and then he flew with him 5 times, and then it was 7 times. Now it's more. Now we also know that Trump had Epstein flying on his plane back and forth as well, but they're not ever going to bring that up. So even though the lie keeps expanding, they're never adding on to that stuff, but they're going to go, he's not going to sue him because technically it's true and it's water under the bridge, instead of actually he knows worse shit. And because you could be in those files and go, yeah, but I didn't do anything, I've got proof, I'm suing your ass, you saw them, and you're making people believe that because they're unreleased that I did something untoward, right? That was what the fucking the dude on that 4channel on Rumble was saying yesterday. You could still sue on the implication that because you were on the plane, you were engaged in criminal activity when there's no evidence that you were, and the implication was meant to slander you. And by people already knowing that you were in them and him bringing it up and going, mark my words, the idea is that it's worse than what we've seen, right? You could still fucking sue over that, but he's not going to. You know why? Because he knows it's worse. because Elon Musk has worse shit of him. If he's afraid he has access to all the stuff, that he downloaded it while he was in there, that his operative dudes, his Doge bags downloaded the shit and they have it. You're going to, I mean, this is like Putin. This is like, how the fuck can you not fight back against Putin? It's really egregious and awful. Like that maybe there is a PP tape, right? That's why people easily believe that. Yeah, Ghislaine's still alive, right?
Being called a pedophile basically on the internet would, I'm sure, merit a lawsuit if they really had a falling out.
Hi. Oh yeah, we definitely need one. Hold on one second. Chat room, we gotta have a momentary kitten break. With this little ragamuffin, don't scratch on my, oh, it's floppy. He's been napping.
No, he just ate.
He just ate. Hi. It's Bucky, everybody. Say hi, Bucky. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Hold on. I'm gonna curl you around. There you go. Just turn out. I know. Yeah. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? What's doing? Yes. Play with the microphone. That's a great idea. Clawing the microphone is a great idea. Yeah. Do you want to play with the keyboard? You want to step on everything? Which he totally does. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? You're such a sweetie. You're such a sweet boy. You are. You can't fall asleep, though, because I have to hand you off. I still got a show to do. That's right. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? Bucky knows. He's a fan watcher. Hi there, boy. Hi there, boy. Hi there, boy. He's a scrumptious. He is a scrumptious. You are a scrumptious. It's true. You are a scrumptious. I mean, come on. Is this not an amazing cat? Pass the Bucky. I will. Hi, buddy. Yeah. You doing okay? Do you need a snack? Did he already just ate? Yeah. Floppy. He's very floppy. It's one of the greatest things about him. He's getting very big. He's getting very long. He's going to be a big cat. I'm excited. And he eats a lot, so we're worried that he'll be a chonk like Chip. But he's longer anyways. I think he's a skinnier cat because, yeah. What's it doing? He still smells kitteny. He smells like a kitten. He does. He smells like a kitten.
Like Chip's breath.
He
smells like Chip's
He
breath.
smells like Chip's breath because they've been gnawing on each other. He fights with Chip. It's so cute. We have to get some footage and post it of them wrestling because it's adorable. I know. What's it doing? Okay. All right. You can go. Here you go. You went down. He's like, I want to run around and chew on wires. Thanks, babe. Love you. That's in the. I mean, come on. He's like ridiculously adorable. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's super cute. Okay, so I'm running late. That's why. Okay, so let me quick comb through this and we'll move on. Yeah.
But technically speaking, Musk probably would survive that, likely because, of course, Trump is in there. It's something we've known about for a long time.
Nope. No. If you say there's something, if it's something you've known for a long time, I know he was in the house when the murder happened. And we've known this for a long time, but they haven't charged him with anything. Sorry, my headphones were in the opposite ear, and they were curled the wrong direction. It was very strange. That you knew they were in the house, and now you're saying he was in the basement, or he was in the house when the murder occurred, and you're specifically saying that, like, well, we knew that before. And the idea is, like, mark my words, the truth will come out. The implication is that he wasn't just in the house, that he was involved in it, right? You could still sue over this. Stu's being a dipshit, as usual.
There's also...
Yes, Bucky, a.k.a. the Winter Soldier, because I'm, Oh, he's blue screen almost. So this is my Captain America that I have on the desk to remind me that I fight for truth and justice in the American way. All right, here we go.
Way we should note, probably dozens of other completely innocent people.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Stu. Somebody's finally standing up for the dozens of completely innocent people that used to hang around with Jeffrey Epstein for 3 decades.
That would be in those files. Doesn't mean that everybody that ever interacted with this guy slept with children.
So Musk was releasing these videos of him, and Epstein, and nobody denies that he was around Epstein. Nobody denies that. But
Right. Keep going.
what nobody cares to
Captain America's name is Bucky. No, Captain America's best friend's name is Bucky. The Winter Soldier was his friend Bucky, who died during the war. Just bringing everybody up on the Marvel Universe stuff where the name comes from.
recognize is that as soon as Donald Trump, had an inkling of who this
Lie.
guy was really, and had one of the women, at his club abused by Epstein, he cut the friendship, kicked him out.
Lie. This is a lie. Nope. It was over a real estate deal. Everybody knows it. And they kept talking after. They had like a year off, and then he called him again.
Yeah.
And said,
No, in like 2004, 2005, after that happened, the deal was in 2004. So from 86 to 2004, this guy didn't have an inkling that he was into underage girls, even when he said he likes them on the younger side. He says this in a fucking interview, and that doesn't count as an inkling, you tit.
we're done. Get out.
Bullshit. It's a lie. Bullshit. Glenn's bullshitting. This is, again, this is what we're seeing. Hold on, I got to get my sound effect. Go ahead.
I mean, he was the one guy that I know of, the one guy with moral spine around Epstein.
Right.
Let's not forget that there's Elon Musk pictures with Maxwell. So, I mean,
Is that even true? I
It's
know
a
this-
very small circle.
Hard to know what's being photoshopped. I don't even know.
Oh, gosh, are you kidding me?
Oh, my
Is that
God.
really-
What-
is
I
that
don't know.
fake?
I just
Hold on, fuck. You think he thinks that the Ghislaine Maxwell picture with Musk was photoshopped? Oh my God, Stu. What? I could never be on the show. I would just swear the whole time.
don't know. I've seen photos of that, but I honestly don't know. Mike,
Gosh.
I always
Stop. You're lying, Stu.
assume they're fake until I know, but who knows?
So bad.
Again, everyone has pictures.
Here's how you know. Elon Musk has addressed them and said he was at a party with them. Donald Trump wished her well on her way to fucking prison, right? When she was in jail because of what happened to her boyfriend.
Especially famous people have pictures. Famous rich people hang out at the same
Yes.
parties, and so who knows?
This is a recycled defense from when that woman who ran the rub and tug near Mar-a-Lago that rich dude got busted at took pictures with everybody at Mar-a-Lago that time. The massage parlor lady that was in charge of the place. I forget, what was the guy's name? Robert Kraft, whatever. When he got busted at the rub and tug, the lady who ran the place was at Mar-a-Lago, and she's got a picture with everybody. Right. This is the recycled talking point about that.
None of that proves anything. And honestly, if there
And I
was
can't
something
tell you,
here, and you mentioned this earlier, Glenn, quickly, that if there was something that Donald Trump, there's evidence that he did something wrong with Jeffrey Epstein, I can assure you the Biden administration would have found a way to release that.
No, here's the thing. Because it would be illegal to leak evidence that is just embarrassing to someone. They could sue you for it, and they could arguably, prove that they were a victim of it. And in Trump world, him with topless girls might even win him some extra votes. The idea that it would automatically hurt him because he was, rub and tug. That's what they call those places. There was a movie called Rub and Tug while I was in Canada. There was an indie film called Rub and Tug. Because rub. Never mind. Okay, so you get the point.
And it even speaks poorly of Musk in a way that if there was terrible evidence here, was he going to just go along
Just
and
be
not
quiet?
he'll be quiet about Trump's sexual abuse of children if the cuts
Yep.
came through in the spending bill the way he wanted them? All of it is
Maybe he was just getting what he needed politically, and then he was going to torch the dude to get J.D. Vance in position, and it was always the plan the whole time. Maybe he knew he had this weapon in his back pocket, and he could use it whenever after he had gotten what he wanted or didn't get what he wanted. Yeah. It's if he had this gun the whole time, why didn't he just shoot him? Well, maybe because he was waiting till he got something out of the guy, and then he would shoot him.
absurd. We all know it's not real. It's a couple of guys throwing insults at each other.
No, it's real. You don't know it's not real. you don't even know which pictures are real, even though everyone else does.
In this particular case, Trump much more restrained than.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's aware that the other person figuratively has a gun.
Than Elon Musk, I would argue, even though, again, lots of positives of Elon Musk, but he's the one that really went nuclear here. And I do hope that cooler heads can prevail because it's good for the country, Glenn.
It is good for the country that everyone knows that Donald Trump participated in sex acts with Jeffrey Epstein. I agree.
Because I know you've
ignored reality for as long as you can, working at the Blaze, that you're high on our own supply and
really done your homework on
no
Elon Musk. And he has moments where he is not where he's more manic. Is it possible that this is a manic episode with Elon?
Could be the drugs.
I have no evidence, not
I could have outed you with Epstein, but I got high. I could have got cuts in the bill, but I got high.
Yeah, I know.
To be clear, I'm not like accusing anybody of anything. But
yeah, you kind of are.
But, to look at, if you read, like the biography, the Isaacson biography about him.
Yeah.
There are periods through that time, times where he's sleeping on the floor of the factory, that type of period, if you remember that period, Glenn, where it does appear that he goes into what you might call, a manic state and makes a
well, I mean, when your back's all fucked up from sleeping on the floor.
A lot of poor decisions that wind up.
Yeah, terrible decisions like supporting Donald Trump for president. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, there's an argument. I mean, I hate to agree with you, Stu, but there's an argument that he's fucking bananas because you'd have to be that kind of crazy to even think Donald Trump should be anywhere near the White House. Sure.
Really hurting the stock price.
Not this bad.
Tweeting out things that he winds up getting sued for.
Yeah, that wasn't the problem. It was the Nazi salute that did him in.
There are a lot of periods in Elon's life where that type of stuff seems to happen. Add on to that, the New York Times, and again, take it for what it's worth, Elon Musk has a lot of enemies inside the White House. That's something that you should know.
Oh, no.
And so we don't know where this came from.
No, nobody knows.
But, lots of accusations of drug use.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to guess that in the fight about this stuff, Trump was planning on jettisoning him, and the picture of his drugs probably came from Stephen Miller, I would guess, since he ran off with the dude's fucking wife.
And things of that nature as well.
And when you say drug use, it's really ketamine, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bunch of things.
Ketamine was one of them. Although it was more than just that. I can pull the article up. But one of the interesting notes in the article is one of the ways the New York Times claims that they made this available.
Yeah, and this is bullshit. Just because we're quoting it to use it against him doesn't mean we believe it. It's just convenient.
To actually be reported, and it wasn't just a rumor that somebody told them, was they had photographic evidence of these pills. Now, Glenn, how many times has someone that taken pictures of your pill box or your pill bottles?
Oh my gosh, it happens all the time.
This is not something.
This is one of those like lame verbal irony attempts that they did. We've seen this with Laura Ingraham when people were getting into the Signal chat. Remember that? Like, who hasn't let a bunch of people into a chat group they didn't want to? You put somebody's number in, you thought it was somebody else, and it ends up being your ex and a detective who are trying to gather information that you may or may not have hitchhikers buried in your backyard. I mean, honestly, right? So, secondly, the idea is that who has access to him and can get that close that can take pictures of it. And largely it's either his people who are turning against him or people in the White House who are turning against him, which neither is good. Neither is a good look.
It occurs to normal people that don't have enemies around them, right? Somebody,
Correct.
My speculation is somebody around him saw him taking pills.
You mean like around him while he was in the White House or at Mar-a-Lago?
took pictures of them and sent them to the New York Times. Supposedly, now the Times is like, oh, his friends are concerned about him. That's their excuse.
Oh, he's doing Glenn's dumb guy voice.
I don't buy that at all.
Yeah, as far as Columbo, you're right.
I don't either.
But
nobody has friends at that level in Washington, D.C. Nobody.
Yeah, especially that would be like, you know what? I'm concerned about Elon. I'm going to leak these photos of his pillbox to the New York Times. Like, there's no friend of his who would do that. It's absurd.
Right. It's obviously someone in the White House staff under orders from Donald Trump to take him down a notch as he's leaving because he was planning on going against the bill, and they knew it because they'd had loud verbal fights in the hallways.
No.
It's somebody who hated his guts or wanted...
Sounds like a Jordan Peterson. No. Matt, it's like, no. And you're like, okay, but you're like, no.
To destroy him and wanted these bad things to come out about him in my estimation. So, could that be true? There could be some truth to it. I don't know. Could it be that he's in some manic period? Could it just be that he's really frustrated and this is how he operates with everybody else and it's not that big a deal? Yeah. Most people shrug it off because
it's just most of the time he doesn't have accusations of hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein to throw around with other people. All right, we're down to the wire. I'm way over time.